very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where we are always striving to find the most obscure answers. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, Alexander. I'm Scott. I'm from Dunfermline, and this is my fiancée, Sarah, from Dundee.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Peter, and this is my wife, Lisbeth, and we're from Northampton.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Miriam, and this is my boyfriend, Shazad, and we're both from London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Kat. This is my amazing friend, Becky, and we're from South East London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Tonight, it's Prison Rules. So he's about to pick a fight with the biggest guy here, himself. Let's see how that plays out. It's my Pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody, / early evening. How lovely to have you all here. Couple of pairs on their third and final show. Elizabeth and Peter, round one and a round two from you. Last chance to get your hands on those trophies. Miriam and Shazad through to the head-to-head last time. Again, one final chance to go one step further as well. Now, we had that lovely jackpot boiling last time. Went up to 10,000.
Yeah.
Didn't
really
it? Actually got
exciting.
to 5 figures when we added a little pointless answer to it.
Yeah.
And then JJ and Sue got that lovely film composers round.
Oh.
And JJ knew his stuff, I think it's fair to say.
Turns out, yeah. I mean, he was saying, well, we might as well go for film music. Turns out they knew it all.
Really did.
Danny Elfman, they were all over that. Sadly, they didn't win the jackpot, though. So we're going to add another £1,000 to it. So today's jackpot starts off at £11,000. There we are. Right, well, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. The only thing you have to keep at the back of your minds at all times is that the pair with the highest score at the end of each round gets eliminated. So for as long as your scores are low, you are doing great. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is TV comedy. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns surnames in BBC sitcoms. Richard.
Yes, on each board, we're going to give you 7 pairs of surnames of people who appeared in various BBC sitcoms. We'll show you the year the sitcom was first broadcast as well. But which sitcoms are these, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So, yes, can you identify the sitcoms these surnames were involved in? Here's our first board of 7. Bovis, Pugh, 1980. Trotter, Boyce, 1981. Tucker, Reader, 2005. Arkwright, Emmanuel, 1976. Artois, Flick, 1982. Monsoon, Stone, 1992. And Slocum, Peacock, 1972. There we are. And those are surnames of characters from the sitcoms. Scott, welcome. Great to have you here from Dunfermline.
Correct.
Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a project manager, originally from Dunfermline, now living in North London. So we both moved down 2 years ago. And yeah, loving it.
Very good stuff. And when not managing projects, Scott, what do you get up to?
Love my football. I run a Scottish football podcast, if you ever fancy a listen.
Very good. And does it involve music as well?
Yeah, we have a halftime tune every week. So we try to get some of my friends and they get their bands and they play on the podcast. So,
excellent.
yeah.
Good stuff. Scott, what are you going to go for on our board?
So, struggling a little bit. I think I'm going to have to go for the obvious one and go Only Fools and Horses, Trotter and Boyce.
Trotter and Boyce, Only Fools and Horses, says Scott. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Only Fools and Horses. It's right. Goes down to 66. Not bad. It's a solid start.
Yeah, Boyce, of course, the real surname of Boyce,
That's a great
played by John Challis, rather brilliantly.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Now then, Peter, welcome back. Lovely to have you here for your third and final attempt at that Pointless trophy.
Yes.
Tell us more about yourself, Peter.
Yeah, I'm Peter, and been a carpenter most of my life, as well as a site manager now. I tend to do all kinds of trades within the building industry, and I recently, well, the last couple of years, I built our own extension, kitchen extension, and put the kitchen in and everything, designed it myself, and
Very nice.
everything. So,
Are you very proud of it?
Yes, so proud we're selling.
Well, listen, maybe it's added a few bob to the house.
That's
This is,
it.
I'm sure it will have done. Peter, what are you going to go for on the board?
Well, it's a better board for me anyway. Not sure it will be for Liz. It's which one? I'll go for a Trois flick, and that's Allo Allo.
Allo, allo, says Peter. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for allo, allo. Artois and Flick, absolutely right for allo, allo. Well, you passed the only score we have at the moment, which was 66, and down you go to 22. That's wonderful. Great score there, Peter.
Yeah, René Artois, played by Gordon Kay, and Herr Flick, played by Richard Gibson. It's interesting, when Richard Gibson came on the show, didn't he? And we discovered a rather lovely fact that Herr Flick sung at Winston Churchill's funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
amazing. He was
a
a
chorister,
chorister.
wasn't he? Richard
Yeah.
Gibson.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Shazad, welcome back for your third and final shot at the Pointless Trophy. Tell us more about yourself, Shazad.
So I run a futsal coaching business in North London.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Tell us more.
Yeah, and I enjoy playing football. And yeah, so my life revolves around football.
It revolves
basically.
around football. Have we given you a football round yet? No.
You haven't, no.
So is that what you've been waiting for a long time? What's your what team do you support, Shazad?
I'm an Arsenal fan, unfortunately.
Very good. Okay, now Shazad, what are you going to go for on our board?
Yeah, I don't know any of them. I knew Only Fools, and that was it. So I'm going to have an educated guess based on timeline. I'm going to go Slocum and Peacock, and I'm going to go Porridge.
Porridge.
Yeah.
Says Shazad for Slocum and Peacock. Is porridge right? How many people said it if it is? No, I'm afraid it's not porridge. That scores you 100 points. I'm sure that won't be the last 100 points of the round.
Sorry, Shazad. Very good on the timeline, though, I have to say. If you're going to choose something that started roughly then Porridge is a very good guess.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Becky, welcome back. Lovely to have you with us again. Tell us more about yourself.
I moved from Buckinghamshire when I was 14 to Sydney, Australia, and I spent 9 years there. So I went to school and university in Australia.
And then back you came.
And then back I came.
How easy was it to reassimilate? Was it just like that, or was it a bit of a culture shock?
Bit of a culture shock. It was quite hard moving to London, sort of not knowing anyone. But it takes about 3 years, I think, to feel fully at home somewhere. So yeah, 3 years in, I felt pretty comfortable.
OK, now, Becky, that said, how comfortable are you with what's left on this list?
Yeah, I am going to have to take a really blind guess because I don't know any of the answers. I'm going to guess the top one, and I'm going to say Dad's Army.
Bovis,
as a blind guess.
Hugh, Dad's Army. Let's find out. Is that right? Dad's Army? No. Well, I said, Shazad, that wouldn't be the last 100 of the round, and I was absolutely right. I'm afraid not Dad's Army. Scores you 100 points, Becky.
Let's fill these in, shall we? Let's start with Bovis and Pugh.
That is Heidi High.
Yeah, Ted Bovis, Gladys Pugh, played by Paul Shane, and Ruth Maddock would have scored 7 points. We'll leave Tucker and Reader for the moment and go to Arkwright and Emmanuel.
Open all hours.
Open all hours, yep. Ronnie Barker and Linda Barron, 43 for that. Monsoon and Stone.
Is that Ab Fab?
It is, yeah. Adina Monsoon and
Yes.
Patsy Stone, played by
Yes.
Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley. 8 points for that. Slocum and Peacock was...
Are You Being Served?
Are You Being Served? Yep, Mrs. Slocum, played by Molly Sugden. Captain Peacock, Frank Thornton. 49, the best answer on the board, Tucker and Reader.
Oh, I know. The Thick of It.
The Thick of It,
Yes.
absolutely right.
Peter
Malcolm
Capaldi,
Tucker
yes.
and Ollie Reader, played by Peter Capaldi and Chris Addison. Pointless answer. Well done if you said The Thick of It.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 22, very well done indeed, Peter, the best score of the pass. Then we travel up to 66, where we find Scott and Sarah. Then up to 100, where we find Shazad and Miriam, Becky and Kat. All bunched together on 100. So Kat and Miriam, I'm going to suggest it's going to be between the pair of you to see who stays and who leaves at the end of the round. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more pairs of surnames of characters from British sitcoms up on the board, and here they are. Meldrew, War Boys, 1990. Mannering, Wilson, 1968. Williams, Sugden, 1974. Fletcher, Godber, 1974. Brent, Canterbury, 2001. Forbes Hamilton, De Vere, 1979. and Granger Tinker, 1994. There we go. Kat, welcome back. Great to have you with us again. Tell us more about yourself, Kat.
Yes, I am Kat. I'm living with Becky in South East London. We met actually in Australia when I was 24. I did my MA in Paris, so I was living there for about 6 months, studying French and comparative literature.
In Paris,
Yeah.
that was. Oh,
Yeah.
lovely. What a
Yeah.
beautiful time that must
It
have
was
been.
amazing. Yeah, I loved
Yeah,
it.
very good indeed. Now, you are on 100. You are joint high scorers.
Yeah.
We just need a low score from you.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I definitely know one. I'm going to take a risk.
This
and
is good.
actually, yeah, go with what Becky just said for the last round. But I think Mannering and Wilson might be Dad's Army.
OK, Dad's Army. It says, Kat, for Mannering and Wilson. No red line view, your joint high scorers. But let's see how far down the column we get with Dad's Army. Dad's Army, absolutely right for Mannering and Wilson. Takes you down to 49. 149, your total.
Yeah, very well played by Arthur Lowe and John Le Mesurier, Captain Mannering and Sergeant Wilson.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Miriam. Welcome back, Miriam. Tell us more about yourself.
So I'm a dentist from London. In my spare time, love dancing, singing, and I also set up a charity building libraries and toilet blocks in rural towns in Ghana. So that takes up a fair bit of my spare time as well.
Good for you. What a fantastic thing to do. So did you set this up on your own? Had you been to Ghana?
Yes, I'd first gone out with another charity, like a dental charity, in 2015. And we'd set up our clinics inside a school in a rural village in Ghana. And then I just saw the need there. Yeah.
There we are, absolutely. Right, so let's not put this off any longer.
Yeah.
149 is the high score behind you, so 48 or less is what we need from you, Miriam.
I'm going to go for Meldrew, 1 Foot in the Grave.
1 foot in the grave for Meldrew and Warboys. How many of our 100 people said that? Here is your red line. That could be higher for comfort, couldn't it?
We tried.
Well, it's right. You've done it. Very well done indeed. Down to go to 36. 136 your total.
Very well played, yeah. Victor Meldrew, of course, and Mrs. Warboys, played by Richard Wilson and Doreen Mantle.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Lisbeth, welcome back.
Hello.
Lovely to have you back with us. This is your third and final attempt at the Pointless Final.
Okay.
Tell us more about yourself.
Okay, so as you know, I'm a teaching assistant in a school in Northampton, and I play both, and I've gone to play for the national levels in Leamington. And I also got an hidden talent, if you'd like to hear it.
You bet I'd love to hear it. What is your talent, Lisbeth?
My talent, I just use my fingers to make some sounds.
Yes, go on.
I'll make a tune.
That's absolutely beautiful. I might have to record that for my ringtone.
So
I love
that.
it.
Yes, I use that sometimes in the playground when I haven't got my whistle. I just say to the kids, well, and everybody
And there
stops.
they are.
And then, yeah.
What a lovely way to be summoned. Lisbeth, there you are. You're on 22. It doesn't matter what you score. Even if you score 100, you are through to the next round.
Okay.
Partly because Peter scored so brilliantly in the first pass.
He's a clever one.
He certainly is. What would you like to go for?
I'll go for Fletcher and porridge.
Porridge, says Lisbeth, for Fletcher and Godber. How many of our 100 people said porridge? No red line views. You're already through.
Finally.
That is a lovely answer. 48 takes your total up to a lovely round 70.
Very well played, Lisbeth, yeah. Norman Fletcher, played by Ronnie Barker, and Lenny Godber, played by Richard Beckinsale. Everyone at home is now trying to do what Lisbeth just did, by the way.
Isn't that beautiful?
Like every parent around the country has now got their kids blowing into their hands. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Sarah, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a social media manager for a food company, so basically means I'm on my phone a lot of the time, but also coming up with creative ideas to get people to engage and start conversations on social media.
Excellent. What sort of food is it?
It's food on the go, so salad boxes, breakfast pots, that kind of thing.
Very
And
good
it's all
indeed.
plant-based as well.
Delicious. Now, Sarah, you're on 66. 82 or less gets you through. Do you feel like talking us through the board?
Yeah, so I was going to go Dad's Army. That was the only one that I really knew. So I'm just going to have to take a bit of a stab in the dark and guess Williams and Sugden, Fawlty Towers.
OK, Fawlty Towers. Fawlty Towers, says Sarah, for Williams and Sugden. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. If it is, there's your red line. No, I'm so sorry, Sarah. Not Fawlty Towers. That's a tough board if you don't know your sitcoms. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 166.
Yeah, and that's the toughest answer up there, actually. Do you know that one?
No, because Molly Sugden.
Yeah.
No, not that. No.
Those are the surnames of Windsor Davis and Don Estelle in It Ain't
Oh, Ain't Half Hot Man.
Yeah, that's a pointless answer as well, because
Oh, my
who knows
goodness.
the surnames?
Yes.
Brenton Canterbury.
The Office.
The Office, yeah. David Brent, Tim Canterbury, played by Ricky Gervais and Martin Freeman, 14 points. Forbes, Hamilton and De Vere.
To the Man of Bourne.
To the Man of Bourne, Audrey Forbes, Hamilton and Richard De Vere, played by Penelope Keith and Peter Bowles, 23. Granger and Tinker.
I'm tempted to say Men Behaving Badly, is it? No.
No, you'll know it if I tell you the first names of those characters. Geraldine Granger and
Oh,
Alice
of course,
Tinker.
Vicar of Dibley.
Vicar of Dibley, yeah. But it doesn't immediately
Yes.
jump out, does it, when you see the surnames? 5 points for that. Very well done if you worked that out.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. That brings us to the end of our first round. Means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. Oh, it could have been anyone as the scores went up and up and up. But Sarah and Scott, I'm afraid it's you. We'll see you again next time. And I'm sure you'll do much better then. But meantime, thank you very much for playing, Sarah and Scott.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. There we are. Well done, everybody. 3 pairs remain. We made it through round 1. Peter, you were our lowest individual scorer. In fact, Peter and Elizabeth, our lowest combined scorers. So very, very well done on the near podium. Best of luck to everybody. For our category for round 2 this afternoon is A's in geography. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second, and whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries containing the letter A that neither begin nor end with A as they could.
Yes, exactly that, really. Any country of the world that has an A somewhere in its name, but not at the beginning or at the end, please. As always, by country, mean a sovereign state that's a member of the UN in its own right.
Thank you very much indeed. Peter.
Yeah. Let's say Malawi.
Malawi, says Peter. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Malawi. Malawi is right. And that goes down to 2. What a great start to the round, Peter. 2, brilliant.
Well played, Peter. As soon as you said Malawi, I thought, but that ends in an... Oh, no, it doesn't. So it's, there's a few A's in it, aren't there? But they're in exactly the right place. A few.
Yeah, got your A's where you need them. Now, Shazad.
Yep. Gonna go with Honduras.
Honduras, says Shazad. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Honduras is right. 2 is the only score we have at the moment. And Honduras goes down to 1. Very well done indeed, Shazad.
This is going to be a good round, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
Very well played, Honduras here in Central America. Capital Tegucigalpa, which does have an A at the end.
It does.
But that's
yes.
OK. It's allowed to.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Becky.
I'm going to say Uruguay.
Uruguay, says Becky. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Uruguay. Uruguay is absolutely right. 2's our high score, 1's our low. And there you are. You join Peter on 2.
It's another good look. It's a low-scoring round, isn't it? 2, 1 and 2. This is quite often on these geography rounds. We go very, very low-scoring indeed.
Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 1, the best score of the past. Shazad, well done to you. And then 2 is where we find Becky and Kat and Peter and Elizabeth. There's nothing in it. It's just that. So, I mean, normally I'd say Kat and Elizabeth. It's going to be between the pair of you. But who knows? That would be nonsense. It's just it's anyone's, this game. Best of luck to all three of those of you yet to answer. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Now then, Kat, remember we're looking for countries whose names contain the letter A but neither begin nor end with A.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the only thing that's coming to mind, which is Poland.
Poland?
Yes.
Says Kat. Let's see. How many of our 100 people said Poland? No red line for you as your joint high scorers. Poland is right. 19 for Poland. Takes your total up to 21.
Yeah, creeping up there a little bit. Capital Warsaw, which got 2 A's, but
yeah,
again, where you want them.
No, absolutely. Now, Miriam, you have now got a target of 19.
There's two things I'm battling between two places. I'm going to go with Paraguay.
Paraguay. Paraguay, here is your red line. Let's see where we end up with Paraguay.
You back me?
It's right. Well done. That goes down to 2. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 3. Yeah.
3 A's in there, but none of them causing us any trouble at all.
No. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Lisbeth. You are on 2. You need to score 18 or less.
I'll go for Sudan.
Sudan, says Lisbeth. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sudan. Here comes your red line. Sudan is right. You are through. Very well done indeed. Goes down to 3. Fantastic. Takes your total up to 5.
Very well played, Lisbeth. Yeah, and South Sudan would have scored 2, funnily enough. There's loads of pointless answers here. Shall we go through a few of them? You could have added a bit of money to that jackpot as if we need it with Bahrain, Cabo Verde, Dominican Republic, Gabon, Maldives, Palau. You could have said Sierra Leone, the Bahamas, Vanuatu. You could have had Democratic Republic of the Congo, El Salvador, Eswatini, Guinea-Bissau, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Myanmar, Sao Tome and Principe, or Solomon Islands. All of those were pointless answers. Very well done if you said any of them.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. That brings us to the end of our second round. Means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Kat and Becky. I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye to you. You'll be back for 1/3 attempt. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Let's hope you can take it one step further, or maybe more than one step further next time you're here. Thank you very much indeed, Kat and Becky. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Lisbeth, Peter, Miriam and Shazad. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £11,000. But before we play the head-to-head, let's see if we can't put even more into that jackpot by finding a couple of pointless answers. Here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Victorians in the Oxford Dictionary of National Biography as they could. Richard.
Yeah, I'm going to show you 6 names now. 4 of them are eminent Victorians, all of whom appear in this book. 2 of them are pointless answers, but we've made up 2 answers as well. Try and avoid those, try and get the pointless ones. £250 for each one you get.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you find the pointless eminent Victorians from this list of 6 potential candidates? Nell Hudson, Ada Lovelace, Elizabeth Garrett Anderson, Edmund Spencer, Thomas Crapper, and Mary Shelley. Well, there we are. Feel free to confer as a quartet.
Well, obviously, Mary Shelley's an obvious high answer. I'd like to say Thomas Crapper. Really would. I think he'd be pointless if he's right.
Elizabeth Garrett Anderson is a school.
Is it?
I think I've heard of Ada Lovelace and Elizabeth Garrett Anderson.
I'm going to go no.
I think. Yeah, we'll go for Thomas Crapper.
Thomas Crapper. Say Lisbeth and Peter. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Thomas Crapper. Is he a pointless Victorian? Well, Thomas Crapper's right. I think we suspected he would be. Is he pointless? That's the question. Yes, he is. Look at that. Very well done indeed. Thomas Crapper, a pointless answer. Now then, Miriam and Shazad, let's see if we can get the double pointless. What are you going to go for?
You?
We're going to go Nell Hudson.
Nell Hudson. Let's find out. Is Nell Hudson a pointless Victorian? Oh, no, bad luck. Bad luck. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer.
Yeah, a convincing name, but she's an actor in the TV series Victoria, Nell Hudson. You have to love the delight with which Peter gave the name Thomas Crapper.
Reminds me of the Carry On film.
Yes, a little bit. Now, Thomas Crapper, some people say he invented the toilet, which he didn't. He opened the world's first bathroom showroom, and he developed the floating ball cock and the U-bend.
Clever man.
Good for Thomas.
Man.
You were right to avoid Elizabeth Garrett Anderson and Mary Shelley. They both scored points. Of those other two, you'll know these: Ada Lovelace and Edmund Spencer.
Edmund Spencer wrote The Fairy Queen, but wasn't a Victorian.
Many years before,
Many.
absolutely. So, yeah, he was incorrect.
So
and
there we
Ada
are.
Lovelace.
Ada
was
Lovelace.
the other pointless answer.
Indeed.
Very well done if you said Ada Lovelace and Thomas Crapper.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and well done. You managed to find one pointless answer, which means we can add £250 to the jackpot, taking it up to £11,250. That's great. But who will be paying for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer before you give your answers, which is nice. Takes some of the weight off your shoulders. Best of luck to both pairs. Let's not forget, £11,250 up for grabs. Here comes the first question, and it is all about wild felines, Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 members of the cat family now and give you alternate letters of their name as well. But what are these felines, please?
Thank you very much. OK, let's reveal our 5 felines, and here they come. A, CNDLN. B, CUA. C, OCLA. D, CETH. And E, CODDLOAD. There you are. Lisbeth and Peter will go first. Feel free to confer.
OK, we'll go for B, and we'll say cougar.
B, cougar, say Lisbeth and Peter. Now then, Miriam and Shazad. Do you want to talk us through that board now?
Obvious one, cheetah. We think A is the Canada lynx. And I think, what did they've given cougar? C, I wouldn't like to guess at that. So I think we're going to go...
Something leopard.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't know what...
Oh, fine. That's what we're sure about, yeah.
We'll go A, Canada lynx.
OK, A, Canada lynx. So we have cougar versus Canada lynx. Now, Lisbeth and Peter have gone cougar for B. Let's see how many of our 100 people said cougar. Cougar is right. 44 for cougar. Meanwhile, Miriam and Shazad have gone for Canada lynx for A. Let's see how many of our 100 said Canada lynx.
What else could it be?
Canada lynx is right. And it wins you the point. Very well done indeed. Down that goes to 18. Well done, Miriam and Shazad. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Very well played, well worked out. The Canada lynx, which is also a deodorant that smells of maple syrup. The cougar, also known as mountain lion or puma, it's all the same thing. Everyone avoided D, which of course is cheetah, but scored a very big score though, 88. Cheetahs are not a big cat. They're a small cat, not considered a big cat. Do you know the difference? The big difference between big cats and small cats? There's 2 things that cats of various types can do, and no cats can do both. And those 2 things are purring and roaring. So big cats roar but can't purr.
That means cheetahs purr.
Cheetahs purr and can't roar.
What's a cheetah purr sound like?
Like a normal purr.
Just sits there going, you know, it's really happy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shall we fill in the rest of this board?
I think clouded leopard.
Clouded leopard. Absolutely, yeah. And clouded leopard would have scored you 12 points. Cute, isn't it?
That is cute.
Yeah. Do you know C?
I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't. No.
No. I thought maybe oxilla, but it's
Yeah,
not.
os-
It is oncilla. And that's a pointless answer. Very
That's
well done
not.
if you
Is
said
that, is that a purring cat or a roaring cat?
An oncilla?
Yeah.
It's a small wildcat species, so it'll be a purrer.
It looks quite, for a small cat, looks quite scary. I think I would probably step back if I
It
saw
looks a
Oncilla.
little bit feisty, doesn't it? Yeah, you back away.
Back away. I think I would do that with Oncilla.
I would with an oncilla. I'm sure they're delightful.
Oh, I bet they are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes your second question. This is interesting because Miriam and Shazad, you get to answer it first, but Lisbeth and Peter, you've got to win this one to stay in the game. So very, very best of luck. Our second question is all about grapes. Richard.
Yep, 5 clues to facts about grapes.
Thank you, Richard. Let's reveal the grape facts. Here they come. Grape variety that shares its name with the capital of Oman. Surname of the family of farmers at the centre of John Steinbeck's novel, The Grapes of Wrath. French name given to a dish, usually of chicken or sole, that is prepared or garnished with grapes. Ancient Greek author known for his fables, which include The Fox and the Grapes, and the Motown singer who reached #1 in the UK singles chart with I Heard It Through the Grapevine. There we are. Miriam and Shazad will go first.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. No idea.
That's obvious. I think Great Muscat.
Yeah.
We're going to go with capital of Oman, which is Muscat.
Muscat. Muscat. So, Lisbeth and Peter, can you talk us through that board?
Well, I think the ancient Greek author is Aesop. Liz thinks the Motown singer is Aretha Franklin. The other two I don't know, so it's a toss-up.
Let's do that one. Let's do the one you know.
We'll go for Aesop.
Aesop, the fabulist. Let's see. OK, so we have got Muscat versus Aesop. Miriam and Shazad went for Muscat, the grape varietal that is also shares its name with the capital of Oman. How many of our 100 said that?
Yes, babe.
Muscat is absolutely right. It's not bad at all. In fact, down that goes to 12. That's a great answer. Meanwhile, Lisbeth and Peter have gone for Aesop, the name of the ancient Greek author. How many of our 100 said that? Aesop is absolutely right. 12 is what it will have to beat. Oh, 28 for Aesop, which means very well done indeed. After only 2 questions, Miriam and Shazad, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, very well played. It's a lovely answer. That's 2 cats that have got you through this round with Muscat. Now, let's go to the bottom, the Motown singer, not Aretha Franklin. Loads of people have recorded this song, but it was this UK singles chart with
Marvin Gaye,
Marvin
I think.
Gaye. Yeah, Gladys Knight and the Pips had a big hit with it in the States before he did, but Marvin Gaye is the answer to that one, 37. The French name given to the dish?
I don't like the sound of this at all. I'm not sure I know it.
C'est Véronique.
Never
Veronique.
come
Really?
across
No,
it.
chicken Veronique?
Chicken Veronique.
Yeah,
no.
chicken and grapes, isn't it?
Well,
Oh,
I'll
lovely.
give
Chicken
it a
and
wide
grapes.
berth.
4 points for that. And this is the best answer on the board, the surname of this family.
Gee, I've never read it.
If you're not going to do it for O-level, you're never going to do
know.
it, right?
Yeah.
But you'd have heard of the name, because it's Jode. That's Tom Jode.
Jode,
Yeah.
right.
And it's a pointless answer, so very well done if you
There
did
we
that
are.
for GCSE.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. That means the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head. Lisbeth and Peter, what a mighty performance right the way across the show. Lisbeth and Peter, you've been like a pair of colossi. So we have to say goodbye. And this is where we say goodbye for once and for all. But it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing, Lisbeth and Peter.
Thank you.
For Miriam and Shazad, though, time for the pointless final. Congratulations, Miriam and Shazad. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless Trophy. Now, though, we move on to the interesting matter of the Pointless Jackpot, because at the end of today's show, the jackpot is now standing at £11,250. That's a big jackpot. What can we possibly put up on the board that will help you take that jackpot home with you?
Apart from cats, yeah, football for me.
We haven't had any football yet, have we?
Anatomy, biology.
Yeah, we're sciencey background, so maybe that as well. But
OK, well, listen, let's see what today's options are. 4 things, as ever, and we can give you these. Rare breeds of poultry, Cornish art and entertainment, the Roosevelts, South African Rugby World Cup teams. What do we think of that?
This is difficult for us. This is super, all 4 of the categories.
We're going to have to go for...
You might just have to decide on one to go for and decide you're going to have some fun making stuff up.
South African Rugby World Cup team.
OK, South African Rugby World Cup teams it is.
Yeah, very best of luck. We're looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for any player named in South Africa's matchday squad for any of their World Cup victories. So the ones in the 1995 Rugby World Cup squad, from the 2007 World Cup squad, and from the 2019 World Cup squad. So any of those South African rugby players who were named in the matchday squad for any of those 3 finals. Wish you the very best of luck. It's a lovely big jackpot.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Baby. I know Pino. Francis Pino.
Are you making that up, or do you know that?
I don't know what his first name is. In 95, I watched the Mandela film, so that's the only thing I can go on. Oh, baby.
Just with my mate.
OK, but you've been to South Africa. Let's just think of some South African names.
Klopp.
Klopp.
K-L-O-P-P.
OK. This is not good. I can't shout. I don't think. This is Pino. No.
I'm going to go Klopp, yeah, C-L-O-P-P.
But you need the first name, probably.
Oh, do you?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I'm just going to give that.
Okay,
And see if that does the trick.
That is in the 20.
10 seconds
And then
left.
just give, if we're going to just guess, just give, like, surnames like Brown.
No, South African name.
Oh, I don't know either.
Oh, God. I don't got it.
OK, well, either I'm afraid that's your time up, or I think you'll be relieved to hear that's your time up.
Yeah.
Let's have 3 answers from you. If you could say which category you'd like to submit them for.
95 World Cup squads. We'll go Francois Pienaar.
Francois Pienaar.
Johan
Klopp.
Johan Klopp.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
OK, and let's have a 3rd name. And which category was that? The same?
Yeah.
95?
Yeah, 95.
OK.
And we'll go with... He's a footballer, but we'll just go with... We'll go Steven Pienaar.
Steven Pienaar. So we've got Francois Pienaar, we've got Johan Klopp, and we've got Steven Pienaar.
Yeah.
OK, of those 3, which one do you want to put last?
You're going to cry.
You can pick Xander if you want.
OK, we will... OK, we'll put
nice.
Francois Pienaar last.
Doesn't happen often, does it?
No, it's quite fun, this.
How lovely.
I think we'll put Steven Pienaar first,
Yep.
and we'll put Johan Klopp in the middle.
Sounds good.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Steven Pienaar, Johan Klopp, and Francois Pienaar. Well, you just never know. If one of these answers turns out to be pointless and wins that jackpot for you, you would leave here with £11,250. What would you do with that? Miriam, I'm going to ask you first.
Probably put it towards a house. A
Very
deposit
nice
for
indeed.
a house.
A deposit for a house. Excellent. Shazad, how about you?
We would... Yeah. It's the same house.
The same. Yeah, I challenge you to come up with anything
A mansion
different.
somewhere.
Yes. Well, how very nice. Your first answer was Steven Pienaar. This was a tough category. I mean, listen, this happens quite often in these last rounds. You've made a good fist of it. It's fine. Steven Pienaar was your least confident answer. In all 3 cases, we were looking for players in the 1995 South African World Cup, Rugby World Cup squad. Steven Pienaar, is it right? Could it possibly be pointless for £11,250? No. Let's not dwell on that. Johan Klopp was the next answer you came up with. Listen, you put it together yourselves. It's perfectly feasible. Could it possibly be a correct answer? Could it be pointless for £11,250? Johan Klopp? No, is the short answer to that. We now move on to Francois Pienaar. We're on solid ground here. We're talking, once again, about members of the 1995 Rugby World Cup squad for South Africa.
This is the only one I had a little hunch on.
let's just find out. £11,250 is yours if Francois Pienaar is pointless. Stephen Pienaar and Johan Klopp did us no favours at all. Francois Pienaar, on the other hand, takes us down through the teens and into single figures. Still going down with Francois Pienaar. Still,
Oh my!
Look at that. We stop on 2 with Francois Pienaar. That's a very, very good answer.
Oh my goodness!
But I'm afraid to say you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer. So I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £11,250, but you do win today's trophy. So fantastic work on that. And it's been great. You've played incredibly well across 3 shows. So there you are. You really earned those trophies.
Yeah, and a tough category. I mean, rugby is it's a mystery to me as well, and I love sport.
For a football coach,
yeah,
it's not
exactly.
ideal. So.
There's a Rouen Pienaar who would have been a pointless answer for 2007. So I mean, Pienaar was the way to go, and there was a Johan Roux as well who was pointless for the 1995 squad. But let's take a look at the pointless answers. Well done at home. If you've got any of these, some very, very big names. If you know about your rugby, then this is an absolute gimme. Look at these names on the first board. You could have had Joel Stransky, Joost van der Westhuizen, Os Durant, Ruben Kruger. These are some of the biggest stars in world rugby. Bailey Swart, Hannes Strydom, Henny LaRue, who was also a pointless answer for Rare Breeds of Poultry. The only people who scored points at all there were Francois Pienaar and Chester Williams, the only ones that people mentioned. Let's go to 2007. Francois Steyn, JB Peterson, Schalk Burger. Victor Matfield is a pointless answer, one of the greatest players of all time. They got some great names in the South African rugby union team. Bismarck du Plessis, he was a pointless answer. Butch James, pointless answer, that's just a nickname. You could have had Gianni du Plessis as well. Os Durant, a pointless answer again. Vitus van Heerden, he was a pointless answer. The only ones that scored points there, Brian Habana, John Smith and Percy Montgomery. Everyone else is pointless. Now for the most recent one, 2019. You could have had Cheslin Colby, Eben Etzebeth, Makasole Mapimpi, Willie LaRue, as well as a pointless answer, Dwayne Vermeulen. You could have Malcolm Marks, as well as a pointless answer. Everyone there pointless apart from Khaleesi, de Klerk, Pollard and de Toit. So very well done if you got any of those at home. With those 4 on the board, it was a pretty tough one, but I think rugby was probably the best chance.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thanks, Miriam and Shazad. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £12,250. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.